What if I told you there's one simple habit, no fancy tech, no financial advisor, that has saved me over $1,000 every single month? And no, it's not some coupon clipping secret or side hustle trick. Hey, I'm Max. Welcome to Max Focus, where we talk real habits that reshape your mind and redesign your life. If you're someone who wants more freedom, clarity, and control over your money, hit that subscribe button and join the crew. This isn't financial advice, just real stuff that worked for me and hopefully sparks something for you. Stick around to the end. You're going to leave with a tool that's free, simple, and seriously powerful. Ever feel like your money just disappears? You check your account and somehow it's way lower than you expected. You're not even sure where it all went. It's like money is leaking out of your life without warning. Studies show Americans spend about $18 a day on things they don't even remember. That's over $500 a month. Gone, just like that. Little purchases feel harmless in the moment, but they add up big time. We're losing cash to habits we don't even notice. And no, it's not that we're lazy. Our brains are constantly bombarded with choices, apps, ads, emails, you name it. Convenient spending is the trap. It's easy, it's fast, and it's everywhere. Our willpower is no match for a world built for spending. I used to wonder why I was broke by the 20th of every month, even though I had a decent paycheck. I wasn't blowing it all on luxury, I was just leaking it. Every coffee, every quick food order, every treat-yourself moment had added up fast. Once I saw the pattern, I knew I had to change. First, I'm going to share the one habit that completely changed the way I handle money. It's not fancy or complicated, just one thing I started doing every day that helped me see where my money was actually going, the best part. You can start using it today, seriously, right after this video. Then I'll share some real stories, not just mine, but from people you probably know. These aren't fairy tales, they're proof that this habit works in real life. From college students to entrepreneurs, it's helped people save thousands. And their stories might just inspire your own. I'll break it down step by step so you can start using it instantly. You won't need another app or tool, just your brain and a notebook. These are simple, practical steps that actually work in the real world. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do. And finally, we'll wrap up with one powerful mindset shift. It's the kind of thing that makes this habit stick, even on days when you don't feel like doing anything. This isn't about motivation, it's about making the habit automatic. I'll show you how to make it effortless. The habit that totally changed my financial life is super simple. I started writing down every single expense by hand. Every day, at first I thought, this is going to be annoying. But after just a week, I started seeing spending patterns I never even noticed before. Man, when I started logging my spending, it made me stop and think before buying stuff. It was like I built in a checkpoint. I couldn't just spend on autopilot anymore. That pause was powerful. Suddenly, I wasn't just buying things, I was choosing them. I started asking myself questions like, do I actually need this, or am I just on spending autopilot? That 1 second of honesty saved me so much money. I realized most of my spending wasn't about need, it was about boredom or habit. And once I saw that, it changed everything. Think of it like this, it's a food journal, but for your wallet. You don't realize how much you snack until you track it. Same with spending. Once I started tracking every snack, I found my money leaks and I plugged them. You've probably heard of Warren Buffett. The guy's a billionaire, but still lives like he's budgeting every dollar. He famously eats the same cheap breakfast every day, and he tracks every expense like it's a treasure map. It's not about being stingy, it's about being sharp. He knows exactly where his money is going, always. Tiffany Alich. You might know her as the budgetnista, used to write every expense on a post-it note and stick it to her bathroom mirror. That's real dedication. Every morning, her finances stared back at her. It kept her honest, and it kept her winning. Even Keanu Reeves, yeah? That Keanu is known for living super modestly. He doesn't blow money on crazy stuff. Every purchase, thought through. It's not about depriving yourself, it's about being mindful, like Jedi level mindful. These folks aren't cheap, they're aware. Big difference. And that awareness? It starts with observation. A good captain doesn't only check their compass when they're lost. They check it often so they don't get lost. Writing it down slows things down in a good way. It breaks the autopilot cycle of spending without thinking. When you write it, you actually see it. It's like switching from tap tap done to pause and reflect. It acts like a mirror. Once you start logging your expenses, you start noticing your patterns. You see what you actually value, not just what you think you do. Your habits start to reflect back who you are. And sometimes that mirror gives you a little wake-up call. You can't lie to a notebook. It's just there, in black and white. Writing makes it real, not just another number in an app. And that kind of honesty can seriously shift your mindset. The coolest part? You feel more in control even before you start cutting costs. Just knowing where your money goes makes you feel powerful. It's like you're holding the map again instead of wandering aimlessly. And that's when things really start to change. You don't need anything fancy to start. Seriously. Grab a pen and a cheap notebook from the dollar store, and that's it. Don't let fancy apps or perfect planners slow you down. This is about you being aware, not aesthetic. Just start with 3 simple categories: needs, wants, and regrets. It helps cut through the noise. Every time you spend, ask, do I need this? Do I just want it? Or am I going to regret this? That alone can change the way you spend money. The trick is to log every expense the same day you spend it. That way, it stays fresh in your mind and you don't mess up the math. Even if it's small, like coffee or a snack, write it down. It builds awareness and turns into a habit faster. Once a week, flip through and just ask, what story is my spending telling me? You'll start to see patterns, the good and the bad. It's like reading a map to where your money's really going. And remember, done is better than perfect. This is your truth log, not a presentation. Sometimes we forget. I get it, life is hectic. But if something saves you $1,000 every month, it's worth remembering, right? Set a daily reminder or do it right after brushing your teeth. Simple triggers build strong habits. Facing the truth can be uncomfortable. Maybe your spending surprises you. But that discomfort, that's growth knocking. The more honest you are, the more control you gain. Missed a day? It's okay. This isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up. Just start again. The habit doesn't break, it just bends. Look, sometimes it feels boring. Logging your spending isn't a roller coaster, but neither is being broke, and that's way worse. Choose your discomfort wisely. The habit is writing down every expense. Simple, powerful, game-changing. You don't need to earn more to feel wealthier. Just become more aware. If this helped, drop a like, hit subscribe, and share this with someone trying to get unstuck financially. What's the one thing you always spend money on without thinking? Let's talk in the comments. I want to hear your stories. You've been watching Max Focus. Rewire your mind, redesign your life. Small habits shape big futures. Thanks for spending time with me. Now go be intentional with yours.